Yes, people, we are back. Once again, time for Funko News. If you are enjoying these videos, I know a lot of you have been watching these on a regular basis, and then I have some people that kind of drop in and drop out, people that might be just new to my channel coming across it. Whatever the case may be though, if you are enjoying these videos and if you enjoy this particular video, please make sure that you hit that like button. Just, let me know that the time and effort that I put into this, is really appreciated, and that'll let me know to keep doing this on a weekly basis. Now, Funko News for the foreseeable future is going to be a part of my channel regardless, but as far as it being a weekly feature, I really need to see that feedback, not just the comments, but hit that like button as well. Let me know that you are enjoying these, and I will keep at it for you all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Funko News for February 25th, 2017. The most recent addition to the Funko shop was another Dwarves ride, and this was the Franken ride, which I think looks pretty cool. They got that nice paint job with the glitter and the purple. Really cool looking. I like that it's a van design, very throwback 70s feel to it. Pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure it's intentional as well, that the way that the lights are done and the grill is done, it kind of gives personality to the ride itself, almost like a face. Very cool there. And I mean, the Franken himself, I like that design as well. So all around, great looking Dwarves ride. $25 plus shipping, I think is pretty reasonable, much more reasonable than that pop ride that they had, Dino, with the Flintmobile. That 40 plus shipping, oof, yeah, that's rough. But this Dwarves ride I think is pretty on point, especially considering that it has the glow-in-the-dark figure as well. Although I must say, the darker color glow-in-the-dark figures don't tend to glow very well, so I'm kind of curious about how well this figure would actually glow. But regardless, it's a great looking ride. And I actually do have the Yummy Mummy Dwarves ride, thanks to my good friend Anthony Nelson, fellow YouTuber. He sent that my way as part of a box that he sent right after the holidays. And Kat D actually had picked this up for me as well, the Yummy Mummy Dwarves ride, because she's going to use it as part of a trade. But since I got it from Anthony Nelson, she ended up getting it to another friend that saw it and was very enamored by it, because yeah, it is a great looking ride. I'm debating on whether or not to get the Franken ride, just because I really do like it, but I don't want to feel like I'm trying to become a completionist with these rides, because I know that would be very difficult to do, especially since the Count Chocula, I mean the leader of the General Mills pack, as far as these figures are concerned, his ride was a Toy Tokyo exclusive, very difficult to get a hold of, especially at a reasonable price. So I don't know if I'd be able to lock that one down. And without that one, I mean, I don't think the set would ever really feel complete. So, we'll see what happens, whether or not I decide to get this one or not. I'm still debating it, and I guess I got just a few days to make up my mind, because at 2,000 pieces, it could be gone soon. So I'll say that for you all as well. If you're interested, you might want to go ahead and get on it before this one does sell out. Now, getting into what is available in stores right now, that's the focus here. The GameStop morphing exclusive, I just shared these, I believe, in the last Funko News. I do so many of these videos now, they kind of run together, but I think it was in the very last one that I did that I talked about the GameStop morphing exclusives. And again, these are these paint jobs that had the glitter effect going on, very, very cool looking figures. But these are actually out in stores right now. I've already seen some YouTubers out there hunting them down, and showing them off, and I see them on social media as well. So if you want them, you better get on it, and of course people are trying to grab up all 5 of them together, because I mean, it's the team Power Rangers, you gotta have all 5. So yeah, if you're really interested, you better go ahead and get on that, call around the GameStops. I would do that. I mean, some people do like to just get out and go from store to store, but I think sometimes it's a good idea to go ahead and call ahead and see what's going on, especially because you might have, if you're like me, you have multiple GameStops in your area, and you want to make sure you go to the right one and not waste your time. Now, I am looking forward to the Hollywood movie. I definitely am, and the more that they show, the more interested I get. Although at this point, I really don't want to see anything else, because I don't want to be spoiled on any details. So yeah, I just want to go and enjoy the movie. And I'll say this, if you have not checked out the Adi Shankar, I think that's how you say that producer, director's name. If you have not checked out his very dark version of Power Rangers, which was released last year on YouTube, yeah, check that out. It's a really cool fan film. Very dark, very mature version of the Power Rangers. And I watched it again recently, and I really enjoyed it, even though I think the YouTube version has been cleaned up some. Still, though, very entertaining. And I know there's been some rumors, some murmurings about him possibly doing more with the Power Rangers, which I'd be on board with that. I think you can have characters geared towards kids, and then at the same time have them with a more mature audience. And I feel like if parents are doing their job, then the kids aren't going to come across what they don't need to check out, basically. So yeah, let me go ahead and keep it moving here. Just to remember again, these GameStop Morphin exclusives, they're out there. Also available in stores right now, a lot of people already scooping these up, are the DC Bombshells figures. And there's a problem with them. From what I'm hearing, a lot of people are saying that there are some really bad paint jobs, that the figures look rushed. I did see a couple of these up close myself, and I wasn't like hugely impressed. And it wasn't, for me, it wasn't so much the paint jobs, although the paint jobs did look like they could have been better. I just feel like they could have done some more interesting poses with these figures. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much just standing there. They're not like the old school style pose of Funko like you saw with the Power Rangers figures. So they're a little more dynamic than that, but still not like hugely interesting. So I might get Harley. I might get both versions of Harley. And by the way, the one bombshell that I don't think is available yet is the variant of Harley Quinn, where she has the grayscale tone, except she does have red highlights. That's a Think Geek exclusive, which means that you can find it at GameStop as well. Like I said, I don't think that one is actually out yet though, but all the other ones should be available. I know people are hunting down that chase figure for sure of Wonder Woman. And yeah, me personally though, I think I would go for Harley, maybe both versions of Harley, and possibly Katana, just because I do like her design. It's a really cool design, but yeah, I don't think I really feel the need to try to get this whole set though. And hopefully Funko's quality control will be a little more on point as they move forward with the bombshells, because I'm pretty sure they are going to do more. Now, some other random figures here that are also showing up in stores right now. The Daredevil Season 2 figures, they are definitely out there, I know, because I've held them in my hand, except for the Chase, because if I had had that Punisher Chase in hand, it would be at home with me right now, so that one, yeah, big congrats to people that have found it. Really hate to see so many of these Chase figures being flipped like crazy, but it is what it is. So that said, I think it looks pretty solid. I didn't pick them up yet for myself because maybe this will be something I talk about at the end of the video. I'll just hold off and talk about that. But yeah, the Daredevil Season 2 set is out there. Him from Power Girls is out there as well. And again, I've already seen some people that managed to get the Chase figures, selling that Chase figure. And by the way, I noticed that there are two different Chase figures you usually see. I actually prefer the one on the Him box. The yellow Chase sticker, it looks cool, but I actually like the other Chase sticker a lot more. And I'm not like a big sticker hound like some people are, but I mean, it does add some style to the box, and I just prefer the one with the black background. But yeah, Him is available. The supersized Groot, which if I'm not mistaken, is the largest pop they have done, because I think they've done some, several 9-inch figures. Like I know there's a 9-inch Batman. I think they did Maleficent in that style, a couple of other characters. But yeah, they got the 10-inch Groot, which is a Target exclusive. I've already seen at least, I think, 2 people online with it. So yeah, it's something else to be on the lookout for if you are interested. And I want to say that it has a $30 price tag. I think that's what I heard from somebody. $30 price tag for the 10-inch Groot. And then Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts. There is a common Donald Duck as well. Now, let me be clear about that. There's a common one, but they also do have a Hot Topic exclusive one which is starting to show up. So again, if you're interested in any of these figures, I would call stores first before you go burning up gas and wasting your time. Just call around and check on them and, see what you can find. And by the way, another big tip for you all is to, when you go to these stores and you're looking for Chase figures, sometimes you need to ask, because you'll have some employees that are trying to hide them in the back, or you may have some employees that really don't know about them. As a matter of fact, I asked about the Chase Punisher when I was at a GameStop, and the 2 ladies working there were like, what does Chase mean? And they had no idea what I was talking about. So you do need to ask sometimes, and you never do it. I've heard of several situations recently where people asked, and then somebody actually went to the back and came out with the chase figures. So yeah, do make sure that you ask about the chase figures if you really are hunting those down. Now, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 figures, they're out there, so this is something that a lot of people may not be interested in. I am, though. I haven't picked up any of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 figures yet, and I would really prefer to get the majority of them this way with these 4-packs, which are Costco exclusives. Now, I don't have a Costco card, but I already have a friend, fellow YouTuber that's going to try to help me out with tracking these down, and this is really the way I would prefer to have them, mainly because it takes up less space. I'm not going to lie, that's the main reason why. I'm to the point where I got to consider space. So if I could get the majority of this line in this way, then yeah, that would be advisable for me. That's what I'd prefer. Obviously, I would still have to get some other figures because they don't have Nebula in one of these 4-packs. And then I actually do like the variants of Groot better. I like Groot in the Ravager suit. I'd prefer to have another version of Groot as well. So still, though, I'm really hoping that these drop soon and that there are no more than what is reasonable price. I mean, around 40, that's fair because it is 4 figures in each 4-pack. So yeah, if you haven't picked up the waves though yet, and if you're like me, especially if you're trying to conserve some space, this might be a better option for you if you can track these down. If you either have a Costco card and you know somebody with one, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So fingers crossed on that I can work it out this way. Now, Troll Hunters, I've actually shared these figures with you before, but just a quick rundown again. They do have the pop figures of the main characters, and the supporting characters there. They have the action figures. They also have plush figures for some of the characters, and I gotta say, I've been kind of hard on Funko about the plushes. I don't like a lot of the designs, but I saw the plush figures for Troll Hunters. I was pretty impressed. I think they really did a good job with them. It seems like they put a lot of care into these Troll Hunters figures, and it's well deserved. And the reason I'm bringing Troll Hunters back up is because I actually did watch a couple of episodes. I'm definitely going to finish out the season because, I mean, it's DreamWorks, it's Guillermo del Toro, so I expected quality, and it still exceeded my expectations. And I gotta say, check this series out. It's worth the time. It really is. It's not just a kid series. I think adults can enjoy it as well. So yeah, that's my endorsement on it. Definitely check this series out. I think it really is worth your time. Keeping it moving here, Rock Candy figures. I shared these ones previously, and I mean, this is the first time you get to see Ellen Ripley with the Aliens box. And again, I talked about this back and forth in the last video, I believe, and it does look like she is going to be kind of dingy and dirtied up, which I do like. I mean, that's true to the movie. It looks like she's been in combat, so that's very cool. And then I did share also Moxie from Borderlands, but I didn't know at the time that there is going to be a Chase figure as well, her in the red dress. So it's just a color variation, but still something for you to be on the lookout, especially if you are a big Borderlands fan. Now, me personally, everybody knows my rule by now. I see any Chase, I'm picking it up. But yeah, I do like the design of Moxie as a Rock Candy figure. Another update here, because I already shared the Gravity Falls figures before, but I did not share the Chase figures because I hadn't seen them yet. So they have a Dipper Pines, who is the main character. They have a Chase figure for him, and then a character I haven't actually gotten to yet in the series, although I see like glimpses of him in the opening credits. Bill Cipher has a Chase figure as well, which looks really awesome. It's like a sort of night sky type paint job on there. It looks like it might have some glitter going on. Pretty cool looking design. So yeah, Gravity Falls, I gotta give an endorsement to this show as well. It's really entertaining. I watched 2 episodes and I mentioned that, and then I had several people in the comments tell me stick with it. It's a really good series, and I've done that. I've been binge watching that series. I'm a couple of episodes in, really enjoying it. It's basically like a kiddie version of X-Files. Now, I'm not saying it's for kids. I mean, there's a lot of innuendo and things on the series, so if you're a parent, you might want to screen it yourself before you decide whether you think your kids can watch it. But it is an enjoyable animated series, very much so. And like I said, very reminiscent of X-Files. So very cool. Now, I gotta say about one of the Chase figures here, the Dipper Pines Chase figure, it reminds me of an episode that I just watched where there was a clone, or actually multiple clones of Dipper, but there was one in particular that it had a number 2 on its hat. Like each clone that came out had, a number. So, 2, 3, 4 on up. And the number 2 one, he really did connect with, and he actually called him by a different name, which escapes me right now. I think it starts with the T. I can't even remember off the top of my head, but I wish they had kind of gone the extra mile with this figure and changed the name on the box to what he was being called, and then also put a number 2 on the hat instead of the pine tree. Now, I mean, I don't see those details there, so I'm assuming they didn't do that, but it would have been a nice touch though. But the color variation is true to the clone. Yeah, I just wish they went the extra mile with it. I mean, that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, again, Gravity Falls, if you have not checked out this series, it is worth the time. The Juggernaut! We finally got a really good image of the Juggernaut. I know I shared an image of him before. It wasn't the greatest, but this was an official image that Funko decided to go ahead and put out. And they also put out a release date. They're saying look for this mid-March. Now, some people have said that they've, well, at least I know at least maybe 2 people I've seen say that they actually already saw it or got their hands on it. I haven't seen any pictures of anybody actually with it, so that's why I'm just going to put out what Funko said. Mid-March is the time that they're saying be on the lookout for it, and I'm definitely on the lookout for it. And I hope that even though he's not a 6-inch figure, I still hope that he's larger than the other X-Men figures that just released though. I mean, just because that makes sense for the character. I mean, they probably really could have done him as a 6-inch figure, but he needs to at least be bigger than the other X-Men figures. Now, the Emerald City Comic-Con exclusives, I think a lot of people agree with me that the Captain America figure, that is like, that's the top one. That's just amazing. So, it does seem that this is going to be a shared exclusive with Hot Topic. Now, how many will be available, I really don't know. So be vigilant, people. That's all I can say. March 2nd, you might want to mark your calendar, put a little notification in your phone, whatever you got to do. March 2nd, which is, just a couple of days away. So, yeah, you really might want to be on your toes to see if you can lock down that Captain America. Me, I'll be at work, so I'm hoping that I got a nice friend out there that will help me out and check with me and see if I need that fella, because yes, I really do want that Captain America, but I can never get away from work and get to Hot Topic on time to get anything that's limited numbers, so yeah. And I know a lot of you are in that same situation, so hopefully you have some friends that will try to look out for you and you will be able to lock that one down. Now, the Creeper from Scooby-Doo and Muff-Tack from Star Wars, there are rumors that they are going to be even more limited than Captain America may be. So I think especially the Creeper I'm hearing. So again, yeah, you really got to be on your toes with that. And again, those are supposed to be FYE exclusives. Now, if anybody knows of any other Emerald City Comic-Con pops that are going to be shared exclusives, please, drop that down in the comments. Let us know. Help people out, help out your fellow collectors. And that's what my videos are mainly about. I'm trying to help you all out to be informed so that you can track down the things that you really are interested in. So good luck to everybody, especially if you're out there trying to lock down that Captain America. And I'll say the Creeper and Muff-Tack as well. And I mean, I do like the Creeper's design. I think it's amazing. Really good looking pop figure, just not really right for my collection. But yeah, I hope that you all can lock down the figures that you're really interested in. The Hikari of the week. Okay, we got another snow trooper. I don't know how many snow troopers and stormtroopers I've reported on at this point. It's been quite a few, but here we have the Celsius snow trooper Hikari, which is basically the plain snow trooper, but just with the bluish highlights going on. So it gives him more of an ice look, more of an ice look to him. And you see that it's limited to 400 pieces. And I really don't know any Hikari collectors personally, so I really don't know exactly what that's like to hunt down Hikari. I know I see some people, they go to stores, especially when they're in specialty stores that may have Hikari figures. I really don't see these in stores myself. I see them online, like I know Entertainment Earth sells them and some other websites. So Yeah, I really don't know what it's like to be a Hikari collector, somebody that, you know, like really goes after those. So it'd be interesting to hear that from any of you that are big on Hikari. What's it like to hunt those down? Like, how do you go about it necessarily? Yeah, but let me go ahead and keep it moving here. From Toys, or another Toys R Us exclusive here, Teen Titans Go, and that's really no surprise. A lot of Teen Titans, you know, exclusives seem to end up at Toys R Us. So yeah, they got Blackfyre here. No release date, no release window, but I'll just say this: Toys R Us, to me, it seems like, at least from what I've seen in my area, because I did start going back to Toys R Us. I had kind of given up on them altogether for a while, but it does seem like they get a good number of their exclusives. So I hope that's true in other areas as well, so that you can really find what you want. And I know that you know, some people watching this, you really do collect Teen Titans. So yeah, hopefully you can find Blackfyre when she does release. I really don't know the character, but I think it's a pretty cool design though. This is a must-have for me because the Tim Burton Batman movies with Michael Keaton, really love those movies. You know, I love Batman Returns as well. I mean, of course, the first one stands out more, but I do like both of them, and that Batmobile design is just classic to me. I really love it. So this Batman Dorbs ride, which is a Walmart exclusive, is a must. I really got to track this one down. I probably will pick this up as soon as I see it, especially if it is reasonably priced. Hopefully $20, that'd be nice, you know, no more than that, but we will see. But yeah, I think it looks awesome. I really can't wait to get my hands on that one. And by the way, if you passed up on the Batman Returns Dorbs 3-pack, do know that there are some GameStop selling it half price now. As a matter of fact, I was in a GameStop that had 2 of them marked down to like $13. So if you passed on it, but you're interested in it, maybe you thought it was a little too pricey initially, then yeah, just be on the lookout for it, because it is out there, and I think that is consistent from GameStop to GameStop. You can get that marked down half price. And if that's still too pricey for you, then I mean, you just don't want the thing. That's all there is to it. Now, Overwatch Pops, I've shared some of these recently, so I'm not going to run back through the whole list here. Let me just go ahead and get to the exclusives that have been updated. So McCree rocking the flag, you know, the American colors, you know, the flag colors. Pretty cool looking pop. I think he definitely looks better than the common. Same goes for May. I think May with a robotic friend leaving that ice trail around her looks really awesome. You know, definitely better than the common. So McCree, his exclusive here is at GameStop, and then May is going to be a Hot Topic exclusive. So really keep up with that, people, because each of these exclusives seems to be somewhere else for the most part. So the other Overwatch exclusives here, Blizzard actually has an online store, so if you go to their website, you will be able to check out, and it's not up yet. I did check the website. I didn't see these yet. I know there is one variant of Pharah that is available, but not this particular one. So let me start on the left side here, though. Diva with Mecha. Hope I'm saying these names correctly. I don't follow Overwatch. I don't play this the game, but yeah, Diva with Mecha. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce them. That is a Blizzard online exclusive. Of course, the mech is 6-inch, and then Pharah, the sort of silver, mainly silver color variant. Also, you have to go Blizzard online. Okay, so I want to say it's Blizzard Entertainment, you know, when you look it up, but I mean, just search Blizzard out, you know, for that company, you will come across it. So obviously the difference with Mecha is that, you know, it's more of a black and gold color. And what's really cool, if you really look at the second image of the Mecha, you see that the pop actually goes inside. So it's kind of done like the Titanfall figures. But I think this one is even cooler because you can, you know, she'll be inside of the glass with that red tint. So that's pretty cool. I hope they really do a lot more pops like this when it actually suits the character. Now, the Tracer white and gold variant, that is a Think Geek exclusive, which means that it should also be available at GameStop. And then Reinhardt without the helmet is a Best Buy exclusive. So many stores, I'm getting mixed up. But yeah, Reinhardt without the helmet is a Best Buy exclusive. So, and that is a 6-inch figure. So again, if you're interested in these, you're going to have to look these different places to try to get them all together. SpiderMan Homecoming. I shared most of these figures last time. The only one that's not on the screen right now is that the pop of the homemade suit, which I expressed how I feel about that last time, so I'm not even going to share that image again. But in the upper right here, I did not have these images at the time. These Dorbs here, there is a Chase Dorbs. It is Spider-Man Unmasked. Okay, so for Spider-Man Homecoming, there is a Chase Dorbs Spider-Man Unmasked. And then they actually do have a Dorbs version of the homemade suit, which I think the Dorbs actually looks a lot better than the pop. So if I was going to get that, I would go with just the Dorbs and not even worry about the pop. I really don't like the look of the pop figure. And then one also I did not share last time. Now you see they had the pint-sized hero of Tony Stark, but there is a pop as well. For me, that is a must buy because I'm a big fan of Robert Downey Jr., especially as Tony Stark. I think that is going to be a really popular common because, I mean, there's so many fans out there of RDJ, so and really love his portrayal of Tony Stark, Iron Man. You know, can't see anybody else playing that character, so yeah, that's going to be pretty popular, I think, and it is well designed. I like the tint on the glasses, the facial hair, the you know, the cat on his t-shirt. Like, it's perfection, so really cannot wait to get that one. Now, Game of Thrones, these are some concept art pictures that, you know, I didn't have last time, so I want to make sure I shared it this time. So you actually see there is 2 more versions of Jon Snow here. There's one in the upper left there, and then there's also a 2-pack with his Ramsay Bolton and Jon Snow. You see that Ramsay Bolton shooting off the arrows, and Jon Snow has his shield blocking the arrows. That's pretty cool. And then, and I'm not going to name off all these characters because really, honestly, I don't follow Game of Thrones, so I'm really not familiar with all these characters. But I gotta say here, that 1/16" figure, man, that looks pretty cool. I like, you know, all the arrows in him, just like in the episode, because I did at least go check out a clip because I was curious about that character, you know, how he looked in action, and wow, like some amazing action scenes, and really, they did a really great job with the scale of that character from what I saw, you know, from the clips in the series. So yeah, really impressive figure. I do wonder though if Funko's going to be bold enough to add some touches of blood where he's been stabbed with the arrows as well. That'd be a nice touch to me, but I don't know if they would consider that to be too gruesome or not. But you know, we will see once that figure actually officially releases. Finally, people, we get a look at Carrie Kelley Robin. I've been waiting for this. I know a lot of you have been waiting, like, where is this pop? Because the Batman figures have been out for a while, and they do have, I think, at least 3, it might be 4, because I know they have the black suit Batman, they have the blue suit Batman, and I know they also had the Batman in the armor. Like, there's different variants from Dark Knight Returns. So I haven't actually picked up any of the Batman figures. I got the Joker. I had to get the Joker because that Joker is just awesome. You know, and once I get Carrie Kelley, I think I will go ahead and pick up whichever Batman I think is my favorite at that moment, which will probably be the unmasked Batman, because I like the look of the older Batman, so, you know, the older Bruce Wayne. I'm kind of curious with the design here. You see her standing next to these other Batman. I know you can't see those pops fully, but it looks like she's taller than them. I hope that's some sort of trickery with this photograph or something, because I mean, I think everybody knows Carrie Kelley should not be taller than Bruce Wayne Batman, you know, so I don't know what's going on with that. We'll see once that figure actually releases. And as far as her design is concerned, I like that she has her slingshot in her hand, in her left hand, and she's got her, you know, her right hand on her hips, so I liked her stance. The glasses, I don't know, I feel like they may have pushed it a little too much with the size of the glasses, and then they don't have the yellow tint either, which would have been nice. In fact, I think it would have been nice, you know, just like the image you see here, to have the yellow tint and her eyes behind. But you know, so I don't know exactly how I feel about that. We'll see how it looks though when the actual figure becomes available, and I think Carrie Kelley is a pretty good Robin. Now, something else I do want to point out in this image, if you're looking at the top, you got those keen eyes you see up there from Marvel, Black Bolt, Iron Fist, and the old school Luke Cage. Now, you can't see them fully there, of course, but man, I'm just glad to know they're on the way. So, you know, those are the official pops up there. Like I said, we can't see them fully, but we know they are on the way. Old school Luke Cage for me is a must, and I want to get at least one Iron Fist. I don't know if I need both, color variations, because there will be a white and gold one as well. And do keep in mind, I'm pretty sure the reason that they had these figures all together, Marvel and DC, is because they're PX Previews exclusives, which means that you got to check your comic book shops. FYE sometimes get PX Previews exclusives, and then there are certain websites that will have them as well, like Entertainment Earth and I know Entertainment Earth for sure. That's why I'm bigging them up. They're not a sponsor. I don't get paid to say that, but I just know that they do carry them. So yeah, PX Previews exclusives, you won't find those just anywhere. Like I said again, comic book shops, FYE, and then certain websites. Now, this is Funko news, so I do focus on different types of Funko products, so bear with me. I know some of you may be like, what in the world? But, I've mentioned these before, this sort of deal between Playmobil and Funko, where it seems like they're mainly sharing properties. That's what it's mainly about, because it's pretty much Playmobil figures, but with the properties that Funko has the rights to. So, this does include Back to the Future, Ninja Turtles. They got Fallout, Supernatural, The Walking Dead, Willy Wonka, Ghostbusters. So yeah, it's a lot of the Playmobil figures in this style, which I really don't know who these are for. I just gotta be honest, I don't know exactly who these are for. I don't think that they're really right for kids to play with, because I don't know if kids would really care much for these. And that's not so much a shot at the design, it's just because there's so many highly detailed action figures out there for kids, or if they want to go simplistic, then they got the the amazing Lego set. So, but then at the same time, these don't seem like straight up collectibles. They do seem like they're meant to be played with. So I just don't know exactly who the audience is here. And even with the way they're selling these, like check out the Ghostbusters figures here, they actually do have like play sets. So again, that just kind of confuses me. It's like, okay, well, who are these really for? Now, I do have to say, out of all the Ghostbusters stuff going on here, I do like Stay Puft. He looks cool. I think Slimer looks alright. The Ecto one, though, even if you don't like the Playmobil figures, you don't like the way they do the characters, I think that Ecto one looks pretty good, and I do like the slime on it as well. So at least that one, to me, very much stands out. And then they also have sets here going on for How to Train Your Dragon, which I'm a big fan of the movies. I really didn't get into the series that they have on Netflix, but I think that the movies are awesome, and I'm looking forward to another one. I'm pretty sure they got to do another movie. So yeah, I think these sets look interesting, but I still just don't know who are these for. I wish I knew. I'd like to hear your opinion. How do you feel about Playmobil? Like, who do you think the audience really is for these Playmobil figures and sets? Now, I gotta talk here as well quickly about Disney Treasures. This is definitely big news, especially, for like hardcore Disney fans. And no, this is not a spoiler, because if you know anything about Funko and Disney Treasures, you cannot avoid seeing the first pop that's going to be in the box. They're really putting that image out there. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that you cannot even order this without seeing that pop figure, because already they have a website where you can sign treasures, and this figure is on there. So there's really no avoiding it. I mean, that's true. There's just no avoiding it. So yeah, Smee from Peter Pan is going to be the first pop figure. Of course, there will be more in the box though. And I really hope that Funko moves beyond just a patch and a pin. That's got to change. And I absolutely agree with Nerdy Noob. And I would assume you're watching my channel, you probably know Nerdy Noob, because she does like unboxings and things, and some Funko products too. So she's been talking about how the pins just don't really cut it, like they're kind of boring, and I absolutely agree with that. And I think a patch and a pin every time. I mean, at this point, these boxes have been going on long enough where they got to switch it up. I understand they're going to throw in some small items, but at least mix up the small items. Why not sometimes put in like maybe a lanyard, which I think they did like one time for the Collector Corps. They had a lanyard along with the Civil War box. But like the new lanyards though, like the ones that actually have like the little flat characters, they could do that sometimes. They could also even do like, I think one time in the Smuggler's Bounty, they actually had the pin with the little pin toppers. I mean, just mix it up. Even pocket pops sometimes. Do something different besides always the patch and the pin, because that to me is very much played out. So I hope they that they are going to be creative with the Disney Treasures box. And I definitely want to hear your thoughts. What do you want to see with the Disney Treasures box? What are your ideas? What are your thoughts about it? Now, I gotta address this. Some people are concerned because they put it out there that these boxes are going to be inspired by the Disney parks. I would just say, you know, kind of calm your nerves, people, because you got to realize, even though it's going to focus on the Disney parks, there's still, like, pretty much any Disney property is represented in the parks. So I don't feel like much is going to be excluded. As a matter of fact, with this Pirate Cove, focus that they have going on with the first box, I'd be shocked if there wasn't something, you know, from Pirates of the Caribbean thrown in there, you know, some representation of that, especially considering that there's another movie on the way. So, yeah, I would just say, you know, just give them a chance and see, you know, how well they do, because most of their franchises are represented in the parks in some way. So I think there's still going to be a lot of interesting items coming out of Disney Treasures. Me personally, I'm not like a huge Disney fan, so I don't see myself subscribing for like a full year or subscribing with auto renewal. I'll probably go, you know, based off of box by box if I'm interested. But I'm really happy for all you Disney fans that you are finally getting your subscription box. And this really covers just a lot of ground for Funko. I really feel like the only thing that's majorly missing now is I don't know if Funko would ever be willing to do a horror box, but that would be one I'd really be interested in. If they are to do another subscription box, I feel like they should go with horror. And, you know, there's a lot more they can do with horror than they have done. But definitely let me know in the comments, what do you think they should do with Disney Treasures moving forward? What are you hoping to see inside of these boxes? So, usually at the end of my Funko news videos, I talk about some other type of figures as well. I go beyond Funko a little bit. I'm going to do that in a separate video because you see the time here. This is already a pretty long video. So that's why I'm going to save that for a separate video, which will be posted not too long after this one. So if you're seeing this one and you haven't checked out that one, make sure that you do so. Or, maybe you already checked out the other one and you're checking out this one. You know, I don't know how that's going to work out for you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I want to hear your thoughts, and I definitely will reply back. And like I said, you know, definitely hit the like button. That lets me know that you really appreciate Funko News and that I should keep this up on a weekly basis. So, just off the images here on the screen, you get an idea of what I'm looking for. Oh, and I did want to let you all know the reason why I didn't really pick up anything for myself is because I have been doing trades, and like it's almost like I have this block in my mind right now when I'm out in stores that maybe I shouldn't pick up certain figures, because I'm always like, what if I pick it up and somebody sends it, like, you know, and I end up with a double. And it's been happening some recently, so it's like, I guess this block I got to get over in my mind, and that's something I'm gonna have to work out to make sure that people know what I'm getting for myself and what I don't have, you know. So I mean, these are figures right here that I don't have, but if I see them, I'll pick them up. And I mean, for anybody looking to do trades with me, I try to be on point with my like Amazon list and my pop price guide list, even though I know that site is having some issues right now. But yeah, I do want to kind of be open with people just so I don't end up with that. And I want to be able to shop for myself some too without worrying about, what may happen. So yeah, it's just something I kind of got to get past, and I got to get back to enjoying shopping without always thinking about trades. And that's part of the reason why I'm going to kind of back off with trades after I wrap up the ones that I have going right now, because like I said, I just don't want to have that mental block when I'm out shopping. I want to be able to enjoy it. I hope you all understand what I'm saying with with that. And I definitely do appreciate when people send me things. Don't think I'm being ungrateful. I really do appreciate that. But I know there have at times been some miscommunications, and that's why I ended up with doubles. And I know that kind of hurt some people's feeling if they got something for me and it turns out that somebody else got it as well. So just something I'm trying to work out. That's all there is to it. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you all that have looked out for me when I couldn't get my hands on figures myself. And I appreciate all of you just for taking the time to watch these videos and to listen to me. So yeah, don't forget to comment. I will reply back, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.